Hey guys, and welcome back to Let's Talk Books. So I'm really excited to share with you guys this review on these two books that I received from Penguin. This is my first time doing a review on two books. On the second book just released last week on the 12th. The two books that I will be reviewing today, and don't mind my first one because my dog kind of got a hold of it. I wanted a snack, so thankfully it was not 100% ruined, but yeah, this is what happened. Scan by Walter Drury and Sarah Fine. This is the first book. And the second book is Burn, also by the same author. I just can't go over how pretty these covers are besides the chewed up one. I just love how colorful and awesome these covers are. They really go well and match with the premise of the books. If you read them, then you will know what a lot of these colors mean, and it's really exciting and fun. So this is a sci-fi series. So if you're fans of The Fifth Wave, they have in this book different books. If you are a fan of, you'll probably enjoy this book. So they have The Fifth Wave, also the Legend series by Marie Lu. So this book follows Tate Archer. He is 16. He's a junior in high school. Him and his dad have a really tough relationship. They don't really get along. His dad kind of maps out what he wants him to be, and he strives for him to be the best. He's pretty hard on him, and Tate kind of pushes him away. So Tate comes across one of his dad's inventions that he had created, and he brings it to school, of course, and all hell breaks loose. One thing to the next, these people ambush the school, and so that leads him and his girlfriend and his dad to go on the run away from these people who happen to be aliens. So when I found out this book was with aliens, I was just really excited because I like anything with aliens and I think it's fun. They're on the run and this leads to his dad's death. It's in the back, so don't worry, I'm not spoiling you guys. So Tate is left along with his girlfriend after his dad's death, and he just has to find his way through this new life where these aliens are basically coming after him, and they want this invention so bad. He just doesn't know what the hell is going on, so he has to find so many things, so many clues. It's in for a rude awakening, and so many things happen, and it is a wild ride, I'm telling you. On to reviewing this book. This book is set in a male's point of view. I don't really get to read a lot of books on a male's point of view. So that's one of the many things I like about this book. Another thing is that, yes, I love sci-fi books. They're not my number one because some of them are really set either too futuristic or set in outer space or something where it's hard for me to kind of get into. But what I like about this book is that it's set in a modern day here in New York. That's where he's from. And so everything is in this world, but aliens just happen to live on this earth. So it's not crazy in your face sci-fi like Star Trek-y. It's not like that. So that's why I like this book, because it's easier to get into. Sooner I want to obviously get into more like really futuristic sci-fi books, but these are great books to kind of start with. This book is not crazy long, so a lot of things are kind of jam-packed into this book. They're on this adventure with Tate. We don't know what's going on. We don't know why they're here or what it all means. We don't know what this invention is. So each chapter and each page, we're finding new things about this earth and about the aliens. All the things that have happened centuries ago, we're finding out what all this means. So I really like how engaged I was in this book because, again, I don't know what the hell is going on. So you just want to know more and more. And it's just one of those really great first book in a series. And every time you read, you just want to know more and more. The first time I read it, I read like 110 pages, and I read it so quickly. It starts off with them having to escape, and I was just so hooked on that, and so hooked on the suspense and on the action that goes along with this book. And there's so many cool action scenes, really fun and exciting scenes to read that I think as a reader, especially if you're starting out a new book, you want to read something that catches your eyes and keeps you wanting more. And that's why I love this book, because it just really gets you engaged, and I enjoy that a lot. I love Tate. I think he's a great protagonist. He was funny, but he was also very angry, and you can't blame him. He just lost his dad. But even though he was angry, he still wanted to live, and he still wanted to fight for his dad and why all this stuff has went down. And he's a really strong guy. Being 16, he's still young. He's so smart, and he's a fighter. Things that he has to go through, not even mourn his loss. He has to just fight, and he has to go, and everything's just fast-paced. I like the way that he handles himself. This is a great start for a series, so I highly recommend this book. If you're someone who just solely wants to get into a sci-fi book, this is one of those books that you should probably pick up. You will get through this so quickly, and especially since it keeps you on the edge. Talk a little bit about this book, not without giving any spoilers. Then I'm going to go into more of a spoiler, in case you haven't read this book. For people who are interested in reading Scanned, you will really enjoy this one as well, because it answers so many questions from this book. This answers everything. I also really love, sometimes for me, I knew everything was still fresh in my mind with Scan. But if you're someone who has already read Scan, or if you're going to read Scan but you can't get this one right away, what I love is that when you start this book, it basically refreshes your mind about what happens in the first one. So I really enjoyed that, because sometimes with second books, you kind of forget a lot. And you're like, wait, who's that? Who's that? Wait, what? Huh? And that's something that I really liked. It basically leads off to where this ends. I'm not 100% sure, but I don't know if this is going to be a trilogy. I don't think so, from the way that this one wraps up. So I think this is a duology, which I am totally happy with. Before I get into Burn, I want to just say that this series is a 5-star both. Yeah, it's really great, so you guys should really just pick it up and let me know if you guys like it, okay? Again, come back if you have read Scan, because I will talk more about Burn now. So if you haven't read Scan, you can leave now. I'm sorry, but if you have read Scan, stay, and I'll discuss a little bit about this book with you guys. So yeah, bye if you haven't read Scan. So Burn, oh my god, this one was amazing. At the end of Scan, we all know that the scanner is gone and George turning orange, and we don't know what that means, honestly. Orange. After the whole Walmart scene and all that stuff had happened, it was crazy, and I was like, oh my god. And that's basically where this book picks up. I like that it just picks off right off the bat of where Scan was left off at. Everything that you were questioning or you wanted to know about is answered in this book, and I was so happy about that. I mean, I knew they weren't going to just leave us hanging. And there was so much more action in this book. So much more action. Crazy sequences that were like, what's gonna happen? I was just like, oh my god, so freaking good. Like I said, going into Scan, I don't know if it's a full-on series. I have no clue. Sometimes the second book, when it comes to series, are kind of most of them. The fact that this was probably better than the first one, again, Tate I really like, and I was so happy to hear more about him and more about his story and his journey into this book and into his new life. This is something that it's not going to just go away. This is something that's happening now, where he is, in this world. I really love the development also with Tate. And Tate just became such a stronger person. Like, for me, he was really strong in Scan, but in Burn, he opened up more. You got to see who he was. The relationship between him and his mom. I love the relationship between him and Christina. I think they're great together. I think she's awesome. There's new relationships that form in this book, and I feel like it makes Tate a better person at the end, and I was just really happy about that. This is one of those books or series that you can't trust anybody. You don't know who's who. So many more clues involved in this book, and so many more twists and turns. Halfway through, you're kind of like, what is going on? I have no idea. I don't know half of the time. Great series. I'm really happy, and I'm gonna miss these characters. It was ended so beautifully and so perfect. I was kind of an emotional person at the end. The way that it just wrapped up, it was so good. And I don't think you guys would be disappointed if you really enjoyed Scan. If you were kind of about Scan, Burn, oh my god, I would think you guys would really enjoy this way more. If you guys enjoyed my review on these books, and until next time, I'll talk to you later. Bye.